learn how to pose. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I pose. Welcome back to my new video, guys. My name is Faiza Naam. If you don't know me, I'm a full-time blogger, meaning I do YouTube, I do TikTok, I do all the social media platforms, especially Instagram for a living. I've been doing Instagram for the last 5 years, and there's a lot that I have learned when it comes to poses. It comes with practice, it comes with confidence, and once you know what your go-to poses are, there's no going back. And I've been doing Instagram for the last 5 years, and there's a lot of tips and tricks that I've learned that I wanted to pass on to you guys. So if you want to learn how to pose, then keep on watching. Before I get started with the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. I do post weekly on YouTube. I do fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Make sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok as well, because I post there all the time. Now let's go ahead and get started with the video. So let's talk about my journey on poses. I've been posing for Instagram for the last 5 years. When I started posing for Instagram, I didn't have a lot of poses. They were very stiff. I would just stand still. I wasn't doing much. The only one that I knew was just holding a bag, or another one that I knew was just holding my shoulder and just staring at the camera. There wasn't much to it. I wasn't doing any side poses. I wasn't doing any half poses. I wasn't moving around a lot. There was not much that I was doing. With time, I felt that the outfits that I had for Instagram had a lot to do with poses as well. So if you pose very confidently on your Instagram, you'll see that you can make any outfit look really good on you. I felt that I didn't have that confidence, and I wanted to work on it, and it took me time to build that confidence, and with time I got better at it as well. And with time I felt that I like street style fashion more than just basic fashion. I started moving more towards street style fashion, and with that I started having a lot of movement, because I felt that poses have a lot to do with the photo and the outfit as well. So if you have a really good outfit but you're posing very stiff, you're not showing much to the audiences. I felt that I was not doing justice to the outfit because I wasn't posing well. So again, with time I got better. I started practicing, I started moving around, I did a lot of stuff. So in the next few moments I'm going to show you the poses that I've been doing and the poses that you guys should try out as well. So let's go ahead and begin with the poses. So the very first pose that you want to do is a full body pose. I've been doing full body poses even before I started doing Instagram or blogging. The reason why I do a lot of full body poses is because I like what I'm wearing from head to toe. I really like my shoes. I really like my jewelry. I like everything that I'm wearing. I want to make sure that I'm able to show every part of it because it looks good, and I'm able to save that memory to look at it later on. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing full body poses, and there's so many ways of doing it. When it comes to taking photos, it's either my husband doing the photos, or it's either me using a tripod and a remote to take the photos. So one of the poses that I do is to make sure that I'm trying to elongate my look or elongate my legs. I am 5'2", so I want to make sure that the pose that I'm doing makes me look slightly a little taller than I really am. And for that, I always tell my husband to bring the camera down and tilt up like this, so it makes me look a little taller. And I really like that pose because it makes me look taller. It creates a really nice effect. Sometimes it makes me focus more on the details like my shoes or my jeans or whatever that I'm wearing, and it just brings out a really nice photo effect. So another type of poses that I like doing with full body poses is doing a lot of continuous shots. When I do continuous shots, I'm just moving non-stop. I'm just twirling my dress around, I'm just doing a lot of hand poses, and I'm just doing a lot of random stuff. When I do that, I'm able to get like 2-3 of the best shots, and they always end up looking so good. I feel that the natural poses are the ones that turn out to be the very best. They were very natural, there was no stiffness, and they brought a lot to the photos. And you can do that with a DSLR camera, you can even do that with a phone, and they'll turn out good every time you do it. You just have to do a lot of twirling, just have to do a lot of hand movement, you just have to keep moving. The other poses that you can do with full body poses to make sure that you're keeping your hands busy at all times. In the beginning, when I started blogging, one of the ways I would keep my hands busy would be to use a handbag, and I would be holding the handbags like this, and I wasn't doing much, and I felt that those poses were really good but they were really stiff, so I just wanted to do more to it and just wanted a lot of movement in the photo. That's when I started experimenting with my hands. So one of the ways I keep my hands busy is with my face. Sounds very funny, but there's so many ways I do it. I sometimes hold my chin like this, or I'll be using both my hands like this. Another one is holding my hair like this, just to keep my hair busy, just to keep my hands busy. Another way that I've also done it is by holding my hands like this. I mean, it sounds like I'm a model, but I'm not, but I like doing these poses. I do a lot of hand movements with my waist as well, meaning I'll put my hands on my waist like this, or sometimes I'm just using one hand and that's just one of the ways I just keep myself busy. And of course, you can always use an accessory to keep your hands busy as well. I used to do a lot of handbags, I still do. Sometimes you can hold your sunglasses, or you can even hold your jewelry. So my 3 poses with hands is to do something with your head, with your waist, or use an accessory. So those are my 3 ways of how I keep my hands busy. Another type of pose that I like doing with full body poses is doing a lot of leaning. Whatever I'm leaning towards, it just makes the photo more appealing, it just makes the photo more candid, and it also elongates my look as well. I'm also a fan of any photo that elongates my look, and leaning is one of them. So now let's move on to the second type of pose, which is a half body pose. I do a lot of half body poses because I want to focus more on the details. That can be a statement top that you're wearing, or the watch you're wearing, or the rings that you're wearing, your accessories like your belt, your earrings, anything. Or if you want to focus more on your hairstyle or focus more on the makeup, that's when you do a lot of half body poses. And there's so many ways to pose with a half body pose. The thing with full body poses is that they can also overlap with the full body poses as well, so I'm going to be telling you what those are. So a lot of time I like doing half body poses to show off the accessories that I'm wearing. For example, if I want to focus more on my arms or my hands, I'll pose like this, just so you guys can see my ring or my watch. Or if I'm trying to focus more on the necklace, then I'll hold my necklace like this, again just so you guys can see that the focus is the necklace. Or you don't actually have to hold the necklace, you can just put your hands on your neck like this. Again, it's also focusing on the neck and the necklace. Or if I want to show off my earrings, I'll go like this. That way you're able to see what I'm wearing. Or you can do the poses that you do with full body poses, which is holding your chin like this, or bringing your fingers through your hair like this. Or you can even hold your forehead like this, or do something like this. Anything that keep your hands busy. Or even if it's a half pose, you can even stand like this. You can be leaning like this, just to keep your hands busy. Or you can be standing like this, again you're leaning as well. Again, there's so many ways of doing half body poses. It all comes down to the details. So let's move on to the last type of pose, which is a sit down pose. And I realized that I was not doing a lot of sit down poses before the quarantine. I was always doing street style photography. When I started staying at home a lot as of last year, I started doing a lot of sit down poses. I started experimenting with the sofa, with the bed, with the chairs, or whatever I had in the house, and I started doing a lot of sit down poses, and I came up with a lot of them. So here are some of the ones that I love doing. So one of the poses that I do is on the sofa or on the chair, I lean forward and I rest my elbows on my legs, and I just pose like this. It works fine for you. You don't have to cross your legs, you can have them straight and you can still pose like this. Or if you want to cross them, it'll be just a little tilted and it'll look just like this. Again, whatever works best for you, and that's one of the poses that I like doing nowadays. Another pose that I like doing is leaning on the side of the sofa like this. I'll rest my elbows on the side of the sofa and I'll have my legs that way. Just to create more of an effect, I'll take my bottom leg and I'll put it on top of the other leg. It creates more of a really nice effect, and I really like going with that. Another pose that I like doing is on the floor. I sit down, I bend my legs, and I put my legs towards my chest, and I just hold my legs like this. And I take the photo from the side, so it creates a really nice effect. If I'm doing from the front, you're not able to see anything. You're able to see my legs and the face, and that just doesn't look good. But if I take the photo from the side, it looks really good. I'll show that my legs are bent. You can see the details from the side. So those are one of the poses that I like doing on the floor. So another pose that I like on the floor is having one of the legs, not both legs, just one, bent towards my chest and the other one on the floor. I feel that creates a really nice angle as well, so I really like that pose. So guys, if you want to see a lot of the poses, I have all of them on Instagram. I post on Instagram all the time. You guys can check out all of those poses there. Again, I do this for a living. Go ahead and like my Instagram, that way you guys can see all the poses, and if you guys like any of the poses, you guys can save them for future reference as well. I really hope that you guys like this video. If you do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel and check out my other videos. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, of course, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.